fight. Timmer1, welcome in. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. This is your wizard in a blizzard, your electric scimitar, mystical machine gun. Welcoming you back for hopefully the final time to the Eternal Tower. 41 floors to go. Timmer1, I hope your Friday is going well. How do I play this game again? We've beaten the boss on the 60th floor, which means we've got bosses to go on 70, 80, 90. I assume 101 rather than 100. Maybe we fight a boss on level 100. And then 101 is just a reward floor. I don't know. Let's find out together. We shall see how long it takes us. We shall see how we go. Luck be with us. It will not be the whole stream, I hope. We should be able to get to a game redemption. I've got one in mind. I've done my super scientific, utterly fair method of picking which game redemption to play next. I think we will like it. We'll see how we go. It'll be good to play something different than these two games. Win Back 2 and Phantasy Star Zero, because Win Back 2 definitely overstayed its welcome, even though we've had less streams than Phantasy Star Zero. Phantasy Star Zero hasn't overstayed its welcome, but it is an RPG, so it does take a while. So you want to heal me? No, I just heal myself. Physician, heal thyself. Yes, it's the end of a massive week. I did not sleep that well last night, despite being exhausted. I conked out. Like, I was buggered. We had my mother-in-law's birthday last night. The famous cake that featured on Wednesday night stream that Mrs. Machine Gun made. Went down a treat. It was delicious. Very chocolatey. Yeah, 10:30 I was flat. I was done. But then I woke up 3 hours later. And I struggled to sleep after that, so lucky me. Don't you love it when your body's on board? And today and this coming Monday, the kids are off school. They've got student-free day today and a show day for the Royal Adelaide show on Monday, so lucky them. We're not going on the show this year, by the way. That's a healing trap. Oh yes, I love those healing traps. Honestly, I sit here in this chair all day long on a Friday, work from home. Well, then I take my daughter to soccer, but you know, so I'm not here all day. Not a hint of a lisp. You put this microphone in front of me, you put me on stream, suddenly I'm, you know, I sound like I should be talking about silver sovereign. Should we taking a picture of these horse names, I reckon? Oh, I do that. It's just weird. I guess I need to just sit here and practice not lisping. Logically, you should play Phantasy Star 1 yet, Nick. Zell. We've played Phantasy Star 1. How are you going? We've played a remake of Phantasy Star 1, but it counts. There was a thought in mind of including Phantasy Star 1 on the Master System and Phantasy Star 2 on the Mega Drive as sub-goals as well. But what we played by playing Phantasy Star Generation 1, the remake, is just, it's the same game with a better translation and much better pathing and better graphics. So, you know, I'm sure there's people out there who are stans who love Phantasy Star 1 and think, you know, the remake is trash, but that's their problem. Oh my god, I've got too much stuff. Let's feed some stuff to the mag, I think. Let's do that. But I've just got to be careful I don't feed them stuff that I like. What is that thing? God. Ah. There we go. I want to be able to pick stuff up is the main thing. Ooh, hit material and HP material. I haven't even used them yet. There you go. That'll clear up some space in the inventory. What am I equipped with? Some sort of beast hand, that's it. The diabolic gauntlet. Okay. Now we can pick up the guard material and use it immediately. There we go. Yeah, so I was just explaining that I'm feeling a bit tired, but we made it. I'm here to entertain. It was very hard to just get up off the floor. Stop playing Pokemon Silver on my phone. I made the great fatherly sacrifice this evening. Lynn Carriers, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. For my eldest daughter's tech time, she's been playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Team. And aside from Pokemon Go, that's the first Pokemon game she's ever played, and she's hitting some brick walls. The way the whole saving system works is confusing her. And she kind of got over it. So I'm like, well, why don't you play a traditional Pokemon game rather than this dungeon crawling? I can't remember what the game is based on, the Mystery Dungeon series. But I went and got Pokemon Platinum for her, and I made the sacrifice. I deleted my one save. And went, here you go. Yeah, I can't. She's just struggling. She's hitting stuff like poison areas and stuff, and she's 8. So, fair enough. Rest to level 7. I think we're past level 7. Let's see. Yeah, okay. And honestly, I should have had her playing. Well, I wish I still had my Game Boy Color. And I think I've still got Pokemon Yellow, but I don't have the Game Boy itself. I could, give it my GBA, no backlight, and say, here you go, play Pokemon Yellow before you play anything else. And I'm sure somewhere around here I've got Pokemon Silver as well on the card, because I had Yellow, then Silver. I was confused as well, though Pokemon Mystery Dungeon is still far more kid-friendly. Yes, exactly. She's been playing it for quite a bit. She's got a bit of a party happening. And she's read the manual cover to cover, so that's not the problem. It's just, I think she's getting frustrated with it. It's good to get them to play, like when they play something like Pokemon Go, it's good to, and this is not, you have to play it from the beginning, blah, 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 blah. It's like, it's good for them to see where it came from, so they get the references like of the music. When those musical stings play, it'll be nice for them to go, oh, that's the, that's the 20 millionth remix of the Pokemon thing. But I managed to beat the end game, true roguelike dungeon multiple times anyway as a kid. There you go. Zell, you're always a gaming star. We knew that, even as a child. Had the gamer touch. I'm sure I've beaten Blue Team. I'm sure I beat Mystery Dungeon. It was many, many years ago though, so I couldn't maybe I can't remember how long it took me and everything. But when that game came out, I was in my 20s anyway, so banging your head against the wall till you beat it. Hey, if it works. If it works, why not? As long as you're not literally beating your head against it, that's the way. But what I did, and when I didn't realise, and this is, it just shows you that I've never actually deleted my Pokemon save game. I hit new game and it said there's already a save game. Are you sure you wish to continue? I'm like, okay, yeah, I know that I'll get rid of my save. But what happens is they let you pick new game, and then when you go to save, they go, there's already a save, you can't save. You'd think picking new game would be enough for them to go, oh, you want a new save. But no, you have to hold down up, select, and B on the title screen until it deletes your save. Then you can have a new game. with a new save. Very weird. And with an RPG, while there's skill involved, if you're lucky, you can cruise by with just luck. Exactly. We all like RPGs because with enough persistence, you can just make it. Just try that battle again and again and again. Or go grind for the 15th time. Buttons on this polo do not want to stab. It's good that kids just don't accidentally delete a save. I think if you just hit new game on the Game Boy ones, that is what would happen. So that's, I understand that. But for my money, all you would need is to say new game, get the warning, you know, and then say, are you sure? Then nuke the save, you know? But no. Oh well. So I should have done that from the get-go. I wish I'd known. Because then it does the whole, oh, this is the world of Pokemon, blah, blah, blah thing. That's right. She made herself a girl and named after her. And the boy with the blonde hair, she named after her best mate at school. So she's off. She's off to the races. Maybe tomorrow night's tech time will be a bit longer if she wants to play Pokemon. And I'll sit next to her playing Pokemon Silver. What is the other one? Pokemon Gold. What? I'm trying to figure out why I downloaded Pokemon Silver when I owned Pokemon Silver. So why didn't I just play Pokemon Gold? Why not play the other color, Mystical, you fool? No, whatever. Did well enough finding a ROM for it, if you know what I'm saying. Getting it on the phone. And then using my old boy to have bigger controls, so. Better than me in Tales of Grace's F, where I was already in my mid-teens. Where I deleted a 45-hour right before the final boss save because I just wanted to test some things at the beginning of the game. Oh, Zell. Oh, Teen Zell, what were you doing? If you just beat the game, then you'd be back at the start of the game. Did you go back? Did you go all the way back through the 45 hours? Did you beat it in the end? That's the question for you. Did you beat it? $64. Come on, let's keep going. I did think about doing some like 20 floors off stream, but it's like no. We've come this far. I'm going to show you every single floor of this repetitive dungeon. You never got back yet. But a remaster was just announced. But there you go. No time like a remaster, really. When's Metal Gear Delta? You never beat the first Tales I beat was Tales of Xillia. Now, I have not beaten or played a Tales of any game, and I should, really. I like JRPGs, they sound like they'd be up my alley, but it's just a series I've missed. But I'm giving you the hot tip right now. The next two series we'll be playing through, neither of them are JRPGs, so. I love JRPGs, they're my favourite genre, but it's good to not get too bogged down when you're doing a series playthrough. Well, MGS Delta is a full-blown remake. Wish that would happen to Tales games. Yeah, for sure. There was a bit of discourse around Metal Gear Solid Delta. I was reading on a forum thread about, oh, why didn't they make it open world? Like, why didn't they use the Fox engine? It's like, well, one, I wish they had used the Fox engine. The Fox engine is really cool. But they're using Unreal 5, which I guess is newer. But they're like, why not make it open world? It's like, well, you would have to redo the whole gameplay. It's based on a room-to-room setup, and to be honest, I prefer the room-to-room. Metal Gear Solid 5 was interesting, but I don't think it got that much out of the open world at the end of it all. I'll probably feel the same way, or even more negative on it after we do Metal Gear Survive. Give me set pieces. It's okay to have set pieces rather than open worlds and all that stuff. That happened to Trails in the Sky. It gets a 3D remake that looks awesome, and you'll favour the last Nintendo Direct. Well, there you go. There's at least one. So hang on. Trails of is Legend of Heroes, yeah? Trails in the Sky? Yeah. I swear the whole concept, why not make it open world, is the gentrification of video games. Yes, exactly. The people decry, and you know, I was in Big Tall Not Small's stream this morning, and we were he was playing Knights of the Old Republic, and Star Wars Outlaws came out, so of course we were talking about that. Apparently it's got, you know, issues. And you can pay extra money to get an early access for a couple days. And it's like, I feel like I could do more of these type of shout outs. It should work, shouldn't it? And it's like, well, I said, I'm going to stick with my policy of playing games 2 years after they release when they're on sale. But a lot of the money and a lot of the crunch and a lot of the grind of AAA games is either there's a game as a service that needs lots of work and lots of upkeep, or it has an open world, and so you need people to make that open world. It's more work, and AAA games are enough friggin' work as it is. So why not have a AAA game that has stages? Why not? Discrete areas, something like that. Whatever. And save yourself some money and time. Save some burnout of your developers and coders and artists and everything. And have less empty, repetitive, open world stuff just to say that your game is X miles long or whatever that people don't necessarily do. And, you know, especially with Assassin's Creed and stuff, it's just... or Battle Royale, God no. Yes, Trails in the Sky is the first in the Trails series, different from Tales of. That's why I got a bit confused. Old man brain, you gotta stick with me here. Which is a spin-off of the Legend of Heroes games. Which is a spin-off of the Dragon Slayer series, which, if I recall correctly, is one of the first two art jabs. Wow. A long heritage, eh? And both with gacha mechanics. Well, see, gacha mechanics are easy. Gacha mechanics, you just have a 2D sprite. You get your artist or artists to do lots of, you know, hero poses, and that's all you need, because that's all you get from the gacha game. It just says you got this character. Here's a 2D sprite of it, depending on what the game is, of course. Maybe you need another 3D model. Easy immoral mechanic, exactly. It's not really gambling. It's gambling. For a while, I don't know how long for, I mistook Pachinko for gacha, and I know that, and they're completely different things. I just thought, I heard the word gacha, and the only thing I knew about was like Pachinko from Shenmue 2. And so I just thought for a while that that's what gacha was. Until somebody pointed out that's like, yeah, there are gacha in Shenmue, but it's the capsule machines. That's a gacha machine. That's a gacha. A gacha? Yeah, mechanic. There's gacha mechanics in Sonic 3. One of the Star Post bonus stages is a literal capsule machine of shields and stuff like that. So they've been around forever. You can't escape them. In Japanese games, at least. And of course, Sonic has been corrupting our youth since Sonic 2 and Casino Night Zone. Good lord. Carnival Night Zone. It's Carnival Night in 2, Casino Night in 3, wasn't it? Idea for an art exhibit. A gallery that is a critique of gacha mechanics, and in it you pull for money what the next artwork you see is, with people actually seeing the same 3 paintings. And paying extra for another chance out of you. But I am excited for Outlaws because I've always been a Han Solo boy. The first time I played KOTOR and KOTOR 2, I made a scoundrel. But I'll get to it eventually. I bought Phantom Liberty for myself as a Father's Day present, so that'll keep me busy. Sonic corrupting our youth by telling me we need to go fast is capitalist propaganda. Sonic the Hedgehog account is a good follow on various social medias because they actually are anti-capitalist propaganda. Maybe it's not. It says it's the official Sonic account. He says some radical things. That's because Sonic is radical. Monday Sonic would not be against that poster you posted, Zell, of Sonic and Shadow going in for the smooch. It'd be ironic if they made a Han Solo game but it's multiplayer. Is Outlaws like all multiplayer, is it? Oh, okay, good. Oh, I thought I had a single player. Yeah, I think so. I think they're single player and multiplayer. I'm not interested in the multiplayer because I never have anybody to play with. No, multiplayer for me is, you know, organising a time on a retro stream and using firewalls and clients and fan servers. That's multiplayer. It's just not multiplayer unless you're fooling your 2024 computer into thinking that it's doing dial-up. Although then again, with that latest release of Doom 1 and 2, maybe even those days are gone. Last year I took part in a tournament for fun of Doom multiplayer, never having played Doom multiplayer. And of course I got completely whooped, but you know. Was it Skull something or other was the server of choice for Doom? But now it probably just works out of the box with that latest release. I have to try that out. The main thing you have to do is keep climbing. Yeah, Big Tall's going to play Knights of the Old Republic 2 next, and I said this morning, I said, it'll be so interesting to see it played on an Xbox, because I don't think I've ever played it without fan patches. I might have played it on Steam. You know, I've beaten Knights of the Old Republic 2 at least twice. Love that game so much. But I think after I beat it the first time, that was it. It was like there was fan patches after that and restored content and all that stuff. So seeing it in, you know, good old 720p on the original Xbox, that'll be a good take back. I remember being so jealous of the Xbox for having Knights of the Old Republic and then Mass Effect. I was like, oh my lord. At that point I must have had it, my PC must have been getting a bit old at that point. Or maybe they didn't come to PC for a while. The relationship between Xbox stuff and PC stuff was a bit weird for a while there. MS was really throwing in behind the Xbox, so there was some Xbox exclusivity happening for a while there. I think. I could be wrong. Again, old man brain at the end of the week, and I'm tired. Damn you. My sleep issues last night may have longest time you thought it was Mars effect. This is what happens when you eat a Mars bar. It's the Mars effect. For my drink with my Vietnamese dinner last night, I had a salt-kissed coffee, which was iced coffee with salted caramel and the the jelly things. I forget what they're called. That's all I had. It was pretty strong actually, like strong coffee taste. Wasn't as sweet as I thought it was going to be. And unless I'm streaming, I don't usually have caffeine that late, so I might have done it to myself. The Vietnamese egg coffee. Yes, I've heard of it. I haven't had one. I love eggs and I like coffee, so should be. I'll be having eggs and coffee about 12 hours from now when I roll out of bed tomorrow. Hooray for the weekend. Like all things egg. Egg coffee, Eggman. Oh yeah, Eggman's great. If you've seen the Sonic 3 trailer, we have to root for Eggman. Oh, sorry, Robotnik. Or you the correct thing. It's so fun watching a trailer like that where I've played Sonic Adventure 2, I've read lots of Sonic the Hedgehog comics, I've watched Sonic X, and then you show it to your wife and kids who've watched none of those, and they're like, why is there an old Robotnik at the end of this trailer? It's like, that's Gerald Robotnik, that's Robotnik's grandfather, blah, 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 blah. He's on the space station. That's probably what it sounds like in their brains when I start explaining things like that. They're probably like, he's on the space station. Yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah, whatever, Dad. Chaos control. Fire lizard. I was in a stream of a streamer friend. He was laughing so hard because of Eggman being chubby now. Hey, look, I'm just going to put it this way. My Halloween costume, sorted. Don't have to lose weight for that one. You're sitting in your comfiest chair and slapping your big old guts is wrong. I don't want to be right. Especially when it makes a good sound. I posted it in the Discord, it's in German, but I think you'll get the sentiment. Alright, cool. Laughter should traverse languages. everybody heal, which I mean wiggle in place until the magic comes out. Should be getting a floor 70 very soon. Almost time for another motherfucker. You played Sonic Spinball before watching it. That was whiplash quality. Are you saying, what are you saying about Sonic Spinball there? Sonic Spinball is okay. I'm always gonna have nostalgia for Sonic Spinball. Always, unfortunately. Since I never owned it and only rented it, I was, always gonna... And I beat it. I beat it when I rented it. I really do... Some of the sounds and music of Sonic Spinball is stuck in my head. say it's probably a pinball game. Jury's still out there. Can the ball get up and walk in pinball games usually? Sorry, I'm putting all my die grinders straight into the fist. Straight into the beast fist. Slash, 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 etc. Swiss Caddis, Wassian, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Welcome. Welcome. We're getting near the end of the tower. Near the end of Phantasy Star Zero. I've got a claw. I will remember what it's called in just a second. Softman25, yo, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. How's it hanging? A little bit to the left. How about yourself? The claw, Wassian, is the diabolic gauntlet. There you go. Everybody hangs in a different way, Softman. Let me give you a shout out. There we go. Claws and PSA aren't very good to use. Well, this one's got. Let me show you. So if I go here, it's got 456 attack. I mean, I've been using the grinders on it, but it's better than anything else I've got. Look at the numbers. Gotta look at the numbers. Oh, photon drop. I want one of those. Why do I want photon drops? I don't know. After we beat this dungeon, we're not going to play this again, but oh well. Number go up, exactly. The photon blast isn't too good, so I'll agree with you there, Wassian, but in comparison with long-range weapon with equal attacks, other type of weapons twice as many attacks. That's true, my double blades do have more attack, but hey, we found this in this dungeon and we got excited, and here we are. We've got a party after all, so we can cover each other's weaknesses. What floor are we on? 69. Nice. We often dismiss the claws, despite the possibility of Nay Claw or Rika's Claw. Exactly. You can't have those claws without them. And ironically, they hit, you know. Oh, no, they didn't, did they? I was about to say they hit twice, but you'd actually have to equip a claw on each hand to hit twice. So by having only this one claw and only hitting once, that's correct. It's consistent. But also this claw auto cast slow. At least it's slow. So that status effect really helps. Like, you'll be hitting some of these enemies, the slow will automatically kick in, and suddenly you're in less danger than ever before. Okay, we're getting pretty close to the next boss. A few more rooms. I love that there's healing traps around. Every game should have healing traps. It should be like, you step on a tripwire and there's a cutscene and like all your party look terrified, and then healing mist comes down. So what makes it the end? Because last time you already finished Mother Brain and Dark Force. So this is the last side quest. These beating the game, beating the main story, here we go, unlocked more side quests. So we're saying until all the side quests are done, this game ain't done. And this side quest, this last side quest, is called the Eternal. It is a 101 floor dungeon. So that sounds like a decent capper to it, doesn't it? The slow will automatically kick in like going to bed, yes. No, I go to bed, Zell, and then the mind starts racing and it goes, and it's like, God damn it. Just let me sleep, man. 101 doesn't sound so eternal to me. Well, we spoiled ourselves on it. You can blame General Peaches because they kept going, "No, you're not going to finish it tonight. You're not going to make it." So I just looked it up. All right. Yes, and Peaches, you were right. Welcome in. How you going? What do we see on level 70? Let there be glory for you, challenger. But the crowning moment still awaits you, far above yet. 31 floors to go. Ooh, we got a new color scheme. We're well above the clouds now. The music's a bit different as well. My brain sometimes is having racing thoughts, not because I dwell on bad things, but think of interesting things. Because my brain finds falling asleep so incredibly boring. Exactly. Like after a stream, I will struggle to sleep. I mean, obviously I've been looking at the screen for like 5 hours or whatever. But also I was like, oh, I should have said this, or oh, I can do this next stream kind of thing. I get a bit hyped. Especially the stream like Wednesdays where I was very lucky to have multiple raids, so. Always thinking of the next, you know, overlay, the next story. The story I posted, you know, the Twitch story I posted on Wednesday for Winback 2 had an effect. Because in Godie's stream this morning, he watched it like over and over again to laugh at it. So I'm like, I don't care, that's fine. My eldest took the video, so she was quite proud. Because I needed both hands to pretend I was choking the Winback 2 PS2 box. Don't question my art. So given that this one quest takes 2 streams to be on normal, now you understand how it doesn't respect your time. Exactly. Exactly. It does not respect your time or DS batteries. Say that to all MMOs, exactly. Does this count as massively multiplayer though? Does it massively come from how many people you can interact with at once, or from the player base? Because you only ever have a 4-person party. And that's not massive. So I'd call a single player MMO, yeah. Like Xenoblade. Oh yes, Xenoblade Chronicles. Excuse me one second, I'm just gonna... Well, we keep climbing, but I'm just gonna take my headphones off for a minute. There's a lot of sounds happening outside. You disagree, Peaches? Alright. Like I live on a little, I guess, cul-de-sac you call it. You know, not on the main road or anything like that. It sounds like somebody like pulled up in a truck not far away. I mean, there is a house down the street where they're in a butcher or something, so they have a couple of trucks, but I don't usually get home at this time of the night. And so all the dogs in the street are going off. How am I going to hit you? None of which is a big issue. It's just that my wife's putting the eldest to sleep and the dog's going bunter. Could upset her. But as I tell her, they're other people's dogs. We can't do much about other people's dogs. I can hear you again, chat. Did I miss anything? When I have my hair brushed backwards like this as well, the headphones are also my hairband. I have a proper hairband, but it gives me a headache. It's mostly about, we can't do anything about other people who happen to have dogs. Yeah, exactly. Take your pit bull inside. What do you mean it's not a house? It's not an inside the house kind of dog. Maybe it's a bad dog for a suburban house then. Do you think about that? No, the neighbour's dog is a Staffordshire cross with a pit bull, I think. It's actually really lovely. He's not very big. But I still could understand how you wouldn't be able to have that. That's not kind of house. That's not an indoor dog. Pit bull was banned in my state in Germany until July, and in Berlin still is. Oh, wow. It's the Staffordshire I lose track of it because everyone just calls them Staffies, which I'm pretty sure is short for Staffordshire Terriers. I honestly can't remember. All I remember is he's black, he's about that big, he's heavy, and his name's yeah, Staffordshire Terrier, that's it. And you know, he's barking to protect his set. When we've seen him at the playground, we've seen him at the park, he's just the loveliest thing. But because he's heavy and he's excitable, it's like he can knock the kids down. Because he's like, I want to jump up. And he's like, I weigh twice as much as you do, even though I'm smaller. All right. Sorry, Wassian, I'm not only going to keep using this gauntlet, I'm going to keep grinding it up. It's probably not small, it's just skilled is high horizontally. That's a good way to put it. That's where the skill tree went. Into width. I do like how I could almost sit back and do nothing, and the party takes care of, you know, the trickier, not the easier, sorry, enemies. Yeah, imagine doing this with 3 other people over DS Wi-Fi. It's like everybody has to do this for 101 floors for us to all get the rewards. Come on, guys, go fight for me. Did you see I'm opening up my drink? God dang it. I said it, and then they didn't do it. Get a monster. Ah, the turrets do not count as an enemy. Alright, so forget them. Let's just keep going. Oh, is my little thing still playing? Oh, God. I love VLC Media Player, but I have my intro / be right back video playing on loop. I do not need you to flash at me in the toolbar, VLC. I know, I put you on repeat. It's okay, you don't have to flash. I know you're playing it again. The turrets are not an enemy of the people, they're just a tool. Can't blame the tools. VLC is good for moves, exactly. way better than Windows Media Player. Good for doing sound checks, VLC. Thank you, VLC. Keep doing what you're doing. Little traffic cone. Is this really how they're making it harder? Is by putting turrets in? See if we can wipe this room in one photon blast. Well, we got the enemies. That's the main thing. Interesting that didn't hit the turrets. Very interesting. I heard you like videos, so we put video within your video. Weaklings. Talk all the trash you want, Reeve. You gotta back it up, buddy. I'm wondering, are we gonna get to space? Are we gonna see darkness outside the windows and stars? The turrets are too strong. They're irrepressible. So the occasional floor check. Come on. Slashy, slashy. I talked up the NPCs and they've let me down ever since. They're back to... they're back to being not as useful as they could be. Why do I have to heal everyone? Come on. Come on, man. Carrying the team. Oh, no. The heal trap led to the ice trap. I praise them and that's it. They're done. They've caught it. They're like, whoa. We got the boss. We got the boss's thumbs up. That'll do. You can't just sit back and let the game play itself. You actually have to enter combat and all that fun stuff. Man. And then they'll randomly cast barter at nobody. You should be able to cast barter in shops. Should have a double meaning. W. Slashy, slashy, come on. Okay. What am I going to do with my Friday night when I'm not just doing a dungeon crawl? My word. What will I do with myself? Because I'll give you a hint about the game redemption we're going to play once we finish Phantasy Star Zero tonight. It's not a dungeon crawl. There's nothing like Windbag 2. We could have watched the voice diary of Windbag 2. It only goes for like 5 minutes. For some reason, I had it in my head that maybe, it could go for half an hour. But When I recorded it for YouTube, it's like I played the intro of the game again. It's like I watched the intro of the game again, and it's like everything they do in that fucking intro, Mia and Nick and Craig, none of the things they do in that intro can you do in the game. You can't do wrestling moves to enemies. You can't dual wield rocket launchers. You can't shoot through windows. It's like, oh, it's just complete load of shit. Ugh. Some people do pub crawls on their Friday night, some do dungeon crawls, exactly. Oh, I can't remember the last time I did a pub crawl. Getting way too old. My next pub crawl will be 10 years time, and my eldest is out in the pub crawl. I have to pick her up from somewhere. Bit of defense for all the good it does. Actually, pub crawls are a very university thing. I don't think I've done one since then. Like going out in my 20s, you start at one place and you might end up at other places, but it's not really we'll go to this pub, that pub, and that pub, and this pub kind of thing. Where you put it on the back of a t-shirt. I've always liked settling into a place. I'd rather go to one pub all night than to go to 10. As long as it's comfortable and cozy and not full of dickheads, you know what I mean? Oi, Raymond, how you going? Welcome in. Went to a lot of bars in my late teens, early 20s, but mostly went to one bar at a time. Exactly, like it's annoying to go between bars. I mean, for Adelaide at least, I'm not sure about Berlin. Even though there's lots of pubs, they are a bit far apart, so you know. Hey, Timberman, we got the... You said hello earlier, and you got the Homer drinking beer, there you go. Appropriate emote usage. Can we go back to the love heart poop emote you posted at the start? Only pub crawl I did was with my best friend when we were in Dublin. Need to get in as much as possible in 4 days. Well, see, that's a good reason for it. We've only got so much time to appreciate these pubs, so let's get going. This is a long game. It is. We're getting close. This is the final, you know, final side quest. This is the last normal side quest, normal difficulty, and we have 25 floors to go. So this long game is coming to an end. I think it was for atmosphere. Yeah, you don't drink alcohol, that's right. I think it was also about the pub house beer, yeah. And there'd be warm beers too in Ireland, wouldn't they? It wouldn't be cold like they have them here. There was at least one brew pub back when I lived in Canberra where they did the 4 degrees Celsius for the temperature of the beer. Which was alright in winter. Not really in summer. If it's like 40 degrees outside, you don't want to be drinking warm beer. They're coldish, okay. Depends on the type of beer as well, I think. I need to buy myself some more funky beers. The funky beers cost more. And the various bottles, whatever they sell, like the 10 same kind of beers, that half of them are lagers. Oh, jeez. Okay, there's a sip of water. You can remember the joke in Asterix about warm beer, yes. Funky beers, disco beers, jazzy beers, hell yeah. Don't fake the funk on the funky beers. Oh, also it's September, everybody. Don't forget your subs. Oh, the joke about boar and mint sauce. It sounds like, it doesn't sound good. Pork with mint sauce. No way. Applesauce, maybe. Pork chops and applesauce. Oh, I've got some pork in the fridge. Now I'm hungry. Which hit me because I hate mint in most foods. It's a toothpaste connection. Yes, yes. Can't take it in hearty food at all. The best way to get past that, for my money, well, one is just have different toothpaste. It doesn't have to be minty. It does work better in sweet food for sure. Oh, after dinner mints, yeah. Best way to get past that is to just have a mint plant. Across the road from us, my parents' house, for a long time, just on the street pole, on the Stobie pole, there was just a mint bush growing, just wild. And it's just like, so I would just go smell the leaves. And they smell amazing. Mint leaves, when they're still on the plant, oh, it smells so good. So, you know, the mind adjustment changed to that rather than toothpaste. So Phantasy Star Zero, eh? Isn't it a game that started on Mega Drive? It is. Master System, Tim. Phantasy Star 1, the very first Phantasy Star was on the Master System. 1988, I think it was. And then Phantasy Star 2 was on the Mega Drive in 1989, and then, yeah, Phantasy Star 3 and 4 were all Mega Drive. My mum uses mint oil against headaches, which actually gives you headaches. I'm not sure what mint oil would do for headaches. I mean, I guess the aroma might help. Yeah, if it's giving other people headaches, it's probably not the best way to go. One of my retro gaming goals is to play Phantasy Star 2 someday. You should. Phantasy Star 2 is grindy. Like, don't get me wrong, it's hard. But it's well worth it. Like, it holds up if you don't mind 2D graphics, you know, an old school JRPG gameplay, then absolutely no reason not to play it. The Mega Drive Mini 2 version even has a couple of little tweaks to it. I gave one of the Ease games a try. I didn't like it all that much. See, that's the thing. Ease, well, I guess you'd call them action RPGs. Because like, I know in the first Ease games, you run around and you bump into enemies to attack them, yeah? Whereas Phantasy Star has turn-based combat. So not like this. The Master System and Mega Drive games have turn-based, party-based combat. So Ease is a different thing where, you know, you go boom, 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 boom into the enemies. Could be confusing things, but I think it was the one with side-scrolling action fighting. I'm not as familiar with the Ease series, so I'm not sure. Isn't there like 10 Ease games now? So I'm a bit out of my depth. I own Ease 1 and 2 on GOG, and I have not played them. mean, there is equipment and leveling and all that sort of stuff in what I've seen of Ease, but yeah. I haven't seen side-scrolling ones. Who are you not worrying about? Oh, well, sorry, Sarissa. You find that giant robot all by yourself. Level 42. Floor 80 coming up. Ease 3, okay. Yeah, I haven't gotten that far in the Ease series. Also had the idea of scrubbing a lightly rusty pot bottom with mint toothpaste. I actually used so much of the essential oils from the mint not just gave me a headache, but I got circulatory problems. I had to lie down at one point, considered calling an ambulance. Jeez, well, I'm glad you're alright, Sil, but what was the plan? Oh, you were trying to clean it with toothpaste, yeah? Okay. Yeah. There's probably lots of stuff better for that than toothpaste. Ristio Ripper. Okay. Have a good trick for rusty pot bottoms. That is to throw it away and get a new one from IKEA. Works every time. Can't fail, really. That'll be good for scrubbing, yeah. Speaking of toothpaste, though, my youngest is 6, and she had not lost a tooth yet until yesterday. So we were out for my mother-in-law's birthday, and like the tooth here it was sideways, and she would not let me just pull it out. So when we got home, she's like, "Oh, it's out," and then nobody could find the tooth. So of course I had to look on the tiles, the white tiles for the white tooth. And I managed to find it, so now her beautiful smile's got a bit of a gap in it. That's alright, it's cute. Like, it's amazing though how losing one tooth makes her look so much more grown up, because now she's going to get the adult teeth in. Don't want to just buy new things, seems a bit wasteful. Yeah, but if it's rusting though, then you might need to throw it out, like put it in a recycling zone, because once they get rusty, they can't come back after a bit. Also, you hate IKEA. Me too. I once bought a fancy frying pan from high-end brand Le Creuset, and the surface dissolved after a few years. Yeah, just because I got a brand name doesn't mean they're necessarily that good. Who comes to give it money? What's the Tooth Fairy? The Tooth Fairy came last night. Her first ever Tooth Fairy visit, so... Everyone hates IKEA, that's why the parking lot is always packed. But then you get in there and everybody's like... They have to come to IKEA. Just a bit of surface rust. Ah, okay. Look, I don't actually mind IKEA furniture. The shopping experience is what drives me up the wall, especially since, and this is just obviously a me problem, IKEA for us is a half hour at least drive away. So you got to get there and then you got to walk through, and you got to go through the path through the store. It's a bit of a nightmare. Little Tooth Mouse is exclusive to France. Oh, there you go. Well, yes, unfortunately it's a bit late to introduce a little Tooth Mouse. Oh well. The kids have a fairy garden out the back that they do not maintain whatsoever. So the Tooth Fairy brings them some money and also little things for their fairy garden. So it's all fairy themed. What I sometimes do is order things online for pickup. Then you just have to go to this area where they bring you the stuff in the warehouse, or just plain delivery. Actually, next time we go to IKEA, we're going to do that because we just want some more of the same drawers we've already got. So I will be trying to convince my wife that we should do that. She will probably say, "But I want to browse." But I don't want to browse. We're very different in that way. I'm a shopping list, get in, get out regardless of what we're shopping for. She is a browse, look around, you never know what you might find type thing. And of course, she takes way longer to do the shopping than I do. Kitchen items just pick up down there. Yes, the kitchen area at the end isn't too bad because you just go straight there. Yeah. You don't have to go through the whole shop. And their cutlery is just as good as anybody else's, really. Both my frying pans are Aldi frying pans, I think, though, because they probably just sell frying pans. So if my frying pan's looking a bit old and Aldi's got them on the cheap, there you go. For me, if I'm in an apartment with only IKEA furniture, it feels unwelcoming in a way. It feels it feels less human. Oh, look. It's very utilitarian. Oh, I've got no issue with Aldi's quality items for sure. But what people do, and this is kind of shows, I don't know, a desperation to save money or just creativity. Some people get stuff like IKEA furniture, like the white drawers and white shelves, and they decorate them themselves to make them look a bit more inviting, make them look a bit more homey. Any of those things, let's keep going. The furniture is super ugly and terrible in every way. Yeah, do I have an IKEA desk for a bit? No, that was fantastic furniture, I think. I couldn't tell you where this desk I've got comes from. My parents bought it. It was in their house for a very long time. And when I moved out with, you know, my girlfriend at the time, now wife, I bought this like corner desk. That was okay, but it wasn't as big as I hoped it would be. And nobody wanted this, you know, this massive heavy desk. And so when I moved back to South Australia and moved the house, and Mum wanted to get rid of this massive desk, I was like, I'll have it, for sure. And here we are. I'm still using it, still holding up. I have taken out the drawers to fit in, you know, like the microphone stand and all that stuff. What kind of mother are we fighting? We're fighting Blade Mother. Didn't even do the mother check. Oh no, it's Force Mother. Okay. There she goes. The Force Mother's down. Everybody's poisoned. Also, I still got the same furniture from 30 years ago, so before you were born, you're young. The only thing I got new was the giant shelves I built myself with plain wood plank. Looks lovely like plain wood. Gaze outside, Challenger. You've climbed so far. Do you feel contentment? There is more to come. Do we feel contentment, chat? Oh. Okay. Now, we're into the 80s. Yes? Okay. That means we've got 30 floors to go. No, 20. Maths. Because of double stacking in both directions and clever arranging, I got, if I recall correctly, 120 meters of shelves on 4 meters square. We're into the 80s. It was acceptable in the 80s. We're just in the same room the entire time. They have slightly different color schemes and they have slightly different views out the window. Like when we were in the 20s, you could see green out the window. But now we're getting higher up. Maybe in the 90s it'll look different. Some devilish person got arrested in IKEA. Apparently for the crime of making false arrows resembling IKEA's. Oh no. Oh, that is a devilish person. That's my nightmare, getting stuck in IKEA. I feel we've cleared out this room 4 to 5 times in the past 10 minutes. Yes, it's very repetitive. I know, Timmer. I apologize. Chat's carrying us through. Have I seen the SCP thing with the horror IKEA? I don't know if I want to. Some of those SCP things are pretty spooky. Some of them are, you know, rubbish, but some of them are pretty effective at being chilling. Are they the same? No, they have slightly different color schemes. Sounds like you're talking about the iPhone. Also, the camera's got an extra 0.1 megapixel. Oh, you're an iPhone fan? Well, that's fine. I love the screens on iPhones. I'm in the very privileged position of owning my own Galaxy phone, like Samsung, because I like Android and I like my phone not telling me what to fucking do. They tell me what to do, Siri. But you can't argue with the screen quality on an iPhone. They look amazing. One of these days I'll buy myself an iPad and I'll be happy. I own a whole Galaxy, exactly. If you talk only a bit with me, you can tell I hate most big companies, so it's hard to escape all of them like Amazon and Twitch. Yes. You can't escape though, you're in Amazon right now. I'll be the one telling my PC or phone what to do. Thank you very much. Exactly. And if I want to install something that's not on the bloody Play Store, that's up to me. Yeah, that's the two things. Like, I used an iMac. Not an iMac, what am I talking about? Whatever the laptop's called. At work to publish mobile apps for a while, and keyboard, amazing. Screen, awesome. OS, confusing and restrictive. And, you know, if you are buying an Apple product, you are paying the Apple Premium, which I'm not sure exactly what you get for that extra cost. I'm well aware of the downsides of iPhone. Typing on them is awful. And fucking iPhones. And predictive text. Good lord. I know what I wanted to type, iPhone. Don't tell me it's something else. If Nintendo made the iMac, and now it is not only about it's that you introducing the UMac. It's interesting that it may be a great marketing strategy, but it felt like in the 90s, schools got lots of Macs, so they probably went, if we get them young, they'll get used to Macs and go from there. And of course, you know, I went to public schools. You know, the schools did not have that much money. They must have got a discount. I remember in the computer lab in early high school that they had the colourful iMacs. You know, I think they had nothing but blue, but they had them with the one button mouse. And we used those, and they told us what the internet was. And we wrote an email, and they taught us what an email was. We wrote an email to President Clinton. Back in my day. I say all that, but you know, now that I've got kids and I can never use the friggin' TV, I would love it. My ideal retro gaming setup would be like, give me an iPad with a backbone and I'll just play on that screen. That'll do. I mean, I don't use my phone that much. Mostly as a podcast device. Same here. And maps, communication outside. If I'm at home, I try to have all the stuff on my PC, like WhatsApp. Touchscreen keyboards are so shit, yes. Unfortunately, in my job, I'm always on call, so I'm always needing to check my phone. Like, I was at soccer training, there was some messages happening, so I had to answer those. You sure wish you could remember what else you had about your phone. Siri's awful. Like, unfortunately, she does not work as well as advertised. It's not her fault. We walked through the door. It's not my fault the enemy was sitting in the door frame. You reckon they get all their health back? Like, I use Overcast for podcasts on iOS because it's probably better now, but the default podcast player on Apple on iOS sucks. So I use Overcast, and it wouldn't let me use Play Overcast as a command. Like, it wouldn't let me. It's just like, no, you have to use something else. Try Overcast Play. So iOS said, you, Mystical, have to say Overcast Play to get your podcast to play, right? And then, so you hop in the car, you say, Siri, Overcast Play. And she goes, oh, you need to unlock your iPhone to open CarPlay. And it's like, no. I didn't say CarPlay, motherfucker. And like, my main, this is just turning into a complaints stream again. We were complaining about Win Back 2 on Wednesday. Now we're complaining about iOS. Hear me rant. Hear me complain. But the main thing, and this is what I mean, look, and this is, I hope what, I've got my Bluetooth headphones. Complaining's never been so much fun, exactly. Let's do it together, chat. Let's get things off our chest. I have Bluetooth headphones. That's the way I listen to, that's the main way I interact with my phone when I'm not working. And I'll be playing podcasts. That's what I do the most by a long way. Like, if you looked at my app usage, it'd be like Overcast would be way ahead. Everything else. And I'll be putting the kids to bed. I'll be listening to a podcast. I'll be playing Mario Kart Tour or Picture Cross. And an ad will play. And of course, it will automatically stop my podcast playing. Playing the bloody ad music until you can find the tiny mute button, if you even have one on the ad. Fucking Royal Kingdom, whatever you are, Royal Match. Somehow you don't have ads, but you have ads in every other app. Fuck you. And so you hit mute. You were listening to a podcast. You're an hour into your podcast. That is what you've been listening to the whole time. The podcast application is open. So you tap on your Bluetooth headphone, which one tap is play, and iOS goes, oh, you want to listen? I'll open up Apple Music automatically and just start playing a fucking song. Fuck off. No, I don't want to use Apple Music. I'm not subscribed to Apple Music. I have a couple of songs that I bought on iTunes on Apple Music. I was listening to a podcast. That was what I was in the middle of doing. And it got forced paused. I hit play and you go, oh, you want to listen to Apple Music now? Get fucked. And that is 100% an inshitification. That is, they know what I was listening to. They know what apps are active. They know what was happening. And they go, we're going to default to if you hit play. Little cheeky, we're going to do Apple Music. That'll get you working on it. And instead it makes me fucking hate Apple Music more than ever. Complaining as a default, like some people, is tiring. Once in a while, it's pretty relieving. Apple Music plus AirPods Pro. I can't afford fucking AirPods Pro. Bro. They're fucking expensive. And the Apple Podcast application. Yeah, see, that's... I can't remember what it was about the Apple Podcast app. But I didn't like it. You signed a life insurance contract for your speaker Bluetooth headset, yes. One of the subjects was sure to provoke a rant at home like politics with your father. Oh, is that Apple? Wassian? My dad he made it through his whole life without owning a mobile phone. So Mum had one, Mum has one, but yeah, Dad managed to get through without ever using or owning a mobile phone. So, oh, he loves Apple. There you go. Well, that's good. I'm glad they do. If people love it, that's good too. Like, they do make stylish looking devices. Do not get me wrong. And there is a reason why you don't buy the Microsoft brand of laptops. You buy Alienware or whatever. Anything was made first by Apple, anything done by someone else is evidently worse. Oh, yes. If Steve Jobs didn't approve it. God. Imagine if Steve Jobs was still around. He'd probably be in the Elon Musk role and being an anti-vaxxer psychopath. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll never know. But considering he tried to cure his cancer with orange juice, with fruit juice, then... And that's the thing about Apple. Like, that's the thing from the get-go is Apple overhypes, is overhyped. But it doesn't need to be overhyped because they have really good... They actually do have nice interfaces and stuff like that. A fruitarian? I think so, yeah. Or he got some bad advice. Either or. Look, PC is so weird. You have to first go and start and fix 3 other things to shut your computer. Say stuff like totally in bad faith, yes. Apple products are really good, but not for the price. Yes, they are overpriced for sure. Like, I know that there are people at work, like, who are doing art stuff and marketing stuff, and they have those big single screen Macs, you know what I mean? Where it's just the screen and a keyboard. And that's amazing for desktop publishing and, you know, artwork and all that sort of stuff. So it all depends on what you want to do. But also, like you say, Wassy, you got to do all that stuff. You can also just hold down the power button on your Windows machine, and it will shut down. And if you want to hold down the power button and have it go to sleep, you can just tell it to do that. As long as you don't want to get me, but I like Linux. I will probably end up being one of those guys. I'll be sitting around in my 60s. I'll be near retirement age, and I'll just spend my weekends mucking around with Linux distros, if that's still a thing. Command line all the way. May DOSBox live on for when I get to my retirement. The Linux cult. Honestly, you can call it a cult all you like, Zell. I can tell you this. After nearly 20 years in IT and having worked with database administrators, so we have SQL and we have Oracle and we have Postgres, Postgres and Oracle and MariaDB, they all run on Linux servers, and SQL obviously on Windows. And you know, my current role is in the system admin team. And you know, Windows servers versus Linux servers, I'll tell you what, the Linux servers are more secure, they're easier to maintain, and they have way less issues than Windows ones. And SQL's and I learnt all this at my 1-week getaway at the Linux retreat, where a very nice man told me that Linux is the way. Linux is the way. Linux is the way. Linux is the way. No, honestly, it is experience. Like, all you have to know about it. Exactly, Timmy, exactly. All you have to know is that Windows offers the Linux subsystem now in Windows, and Windows Core, if you obviously I'm not necessarily talking to a room full of sysadmins here. But Windows Server 2022, you can build a Windows box with Windows Core that does not have a GUI. It just has command line, which is pretty much like Linux. So Windows like Linux. So Linux is just another OS. It's shit like it has its problems, absolutely. And being open source, it's harder to get support. You know, that's always the pitfall with open source. You know, you could be using a certain Linux library and some person went, oh, I'm gonna push a broken, you know, update to it. The risk of open source. For me, it's mostly about ease of use and by far games. Yes, for sure. You can play all games on Windows essentially. Yes. Yep. No arguments there. For sitting around at home use, Windows all the way. For work and, you know, managing a server fleet, I'd much rather look after a Red Hat Linux 8 fleet than a Windows Server 2017 or 2022. Because if we all remember what happened with CrowdStrike, guess what wasn't affected? Linux is good at one thing once you have set up something that works. It'll stay that way forever until you change something deliberately. Exactly. The usability of Linux, whether GUI or CLI, is absolutely terribly illogical and stupid, and it was done by 1960s style flannel shirt giga nerds who are awful. See, I'm going to sound like Linux cult again here, but you get there through practice, and then you just learn the commands. You know, I don't think it's too different from. Oh, you want to touch that file in Windows? It's in C/system32/drivers/etc. And you wouldn't know that's there unless you've practiced and looked it up and stuff. I don't know. Because my first computer was a Commodore 64 and then a DOS machine, I like typing in commands. Like, none of the shortcuts and parameters make sense in any ways, and you get lower and uppercase ones that do different things. I hate it so much. The barrier of entry is high. Absolutely agreed. Can't argue there. And VI and Emacs both suck the big one. Nano is the only usable edit. I know VI really well, just from experience, so I don't evangelize for any text editor. I just know VI, so I use VI. I found a cheat code though. ChatGPT just tells you absolutely everything you need to know about Linux and makes using it totally tolerable. So, like Timmer was saying, Zell, to edit text on a Linux, you could type VI and, you know, whatever file you're looking at, and VI stands for God, I don't even know. And just to, you know, and you can look at it and you can tap around with your cursor keys, and then you can start typing and nothing will happen because you have to press the insert key before you can type. VI is the editor that when you open it, you can't edit the file and you can't quit the app. Vim is the improvement, which is exactly the same. Look, all I know is I had to take the permissions out of a website of a vendor product, which was spread across 5 different screens and has a radio button next to each one, and I just wanted to get it into a spreadsheet, so I tried copying and pasting it into Notepad. Didn't work. Copy and paste it into Notepad++. Easy days. 2025, year of Linux on the desktop. You know it. It's always just around the corner. There is a account I follow on Mastodon, and of course this would be on Mastodon, nerdiest, you know, the techiest social media network, called Gaming on Linux. And it's mostly just, here's how you can get games working on Linux. And good on them. It's good that you can game more on Linux and Apple, so. Second most important year after the year of Luigi, exactly. Woohoo! Ha-ha! Let's go! I work as a DevOps now, dealing with Linux servers professionally. Trust me, Linux is best when somebody else has to deal with it. Yeah, see, that is absolutely what I was saying. Developers prefer Windows because it's a bit easier to do. But I've had years of experience with Linux now, and so the pendulum swung. Mario. I'm a Luigi. I'm gonna win. On my Mac Mini, I just benefit. Yeah, exactly. So they've got a Linux file system happening underneath on the Macs, which is good. But both Macs and Windows, I do not know why they put things where they put them, ever. My voice is starting to crap out on me. Getting too close to the end of the week. I need my voice. Need it for tomorrow. Need it for the showdown. I have a Linux native laptop from work now, and it crashes too. Well, yeah, of course. It's not perfect at all. The VPN sometimes crashes out, and I need to reboot the system. The screen sometimes just goes to black in such a way you cannot use the device anymore. Even if you try to switch to another console, forces you to repeat also. All these Linux cultists online are just frauds. Oh, that's right. It's I'm a Wario, I'm a gonna win, and I'm a Luigi, number one. I shouldn't get it mixed up. Luigi is my Mario Kart main. Right, yes. Stop complaining about this. Linus Torvald is coming for us all. So why is macOS awful? Wow. Let's talk about what we expect from the floors 90 to 101. Peaches, did you ever actually play this online with people? Like, did you ever do the Eternal with people, or was it always just solo? Firstly, the Windows management that Windows has had since Vista 7 is still not built into macOS natively. I think they're doing it in the upcoming version finally. You still need to pay $10 to write to it. What? Wait, so it's FAT32? Or is it a macOS proprietary storage? What? Paying to write to NTFS? Good lord. Also had to purchase another app to make my network shares reconnect automatically after. God, sounds like you're getting conned, Timmer. You believe you did it once? It must have been memorable. Oh, XFS. Yes. Okay, that's fine. That's the expandable file system. That's why it starts with X. There you go. I need... Like, they are getting rid of FAT32, I do believe, in Windows. Like, there's going to be a Windows 11 update where you can no longer format in FAT32. And it's like, but what if I need to put something on a USB to copy to my PS3? Which is FAT32. What do I do? So who knows? I might need to have a... What you do is you spin up an Oracle VM of Windows whatever and do it that way. Scrolling on a Mac OS is just plain awful, yeah. Yes. Apple is the richy rich ecosystem. The only way it works well is when you use a MacBook touchpad. Yeah, they got good touchpads. I still hate touchpads though. The mouse any day. Well, I actually was almost there on giving up on Windows when I found out the support for Windows 10 stops. Oh, October next year. I'll be 43. And they announced that fucking screenshot feature Windows 11 that records all your activity. Yes. I'm never turning that shit on, and if they automatically turn it on, I'm burning it from the registry. Yes, macOS still wants it. Does it still want a single mouse? Yeah, single button. There you go. If OS X is a cult, it's a very small cult. Tried to play WoW on macOS and I couldn't auto run using my side button. Yep. Goodbye. Back to Windows. Goodbye. I'm pretty much stuck in my old ways. A savvy tech teenager from the 2010s when I used to have to crack Photoshop or Word. Hell yeah. That takes me back. Well, the 2000s. I can't remember what video recording software it was called. But the shareware version was meant to stop you from recording more than whatever, but it broke, so, you know. I can't resolve myself to get any leasing or subscription to use something. Well, the GIMP. GIMP. It's free. I don't have to license it. Burn. Those CD cracks, yeah. You still need some of those for some old Windows games because, you know, you don't have disk drives anymore. Only have your phone subscription, yes. I'm basically going to be forced to swap to Linux once support Windows 10 stops. You could just do what some people do and just keep using Windows 10. I'm sure there's some people out there still on 7 and 8 and XP. Just don't connect it to the internet anymore. Only in the Monday I can't find a good non-virus cracked version of yes. Now it's just a attack vector. No other subscriptions, neither Netflix nor gym club or stuff. I pay my judo practice at the beginning of the year. Doing well, Wassy. You're getting out of that subscription lifestyle. What about Twitch subs? I'm part of the problem resubscription. I have Twitch Turbo and Discord Nitro. The ads broke you. Fair enough, fair enough. For whatever reason, I'm sure with the amount of Twitch subs I've got, I spend way more than, you know, a Twitch Turbo subscription costs a month. But you know, the issue with continuing to use Windows 10 is that if another zero-day exploit gets found once support ends, you're screwed. Yes, that's true. It's risky. It is a risky take. If I was sub to all the streamers I like, I'd be out $100 a month easily. Yes, exactly. I'm not sub to everybody I'd like to be. So I am sub to multiple channels, but I just have ad blocker off for Twitch. So I suck it up for Twitch just to, you know, help people out. Also, when I inevitably upgrade my computer, I'll need to install an OS, so it might as well be Linux. Half in France, half Swiss. There you go. International crowd. I wish I could tell you what desktop distro to use, Peaches, but I've got no idea. I just know servers. Ubuntu is okay if you only want to use the web. Peaches wants to do more. Get a super powerful PC. Put the latest Windows on it, and then download Oracle VirtualBox for free. Pick whatever version of Windows you want to use, and just run that every time you run your computer, and just pretend you're still on Windows 10 or Windows XP or Windows 95. I want subs because of the emotes. Oh, mints. That's a good distro, yeah. But right now I just try to get by and just lurking in chat, so I like the emotes and I hope I get a gift sub. Well, that's fair enough. It all depends on what people can afford as well. My family left Swiss on my grandparents' generation, looking to go back there as I have a double Swiss. Oh, cool. So many good options. Many of your cousins are over there. My knowledge of European geography is very lacking. Nobody else wants to get Kai? No? Has to be me? Alright, cool. Kai, you want to do some healing too, buddy? No? You're just going to stand there? Okay. If you're looking to bank, Switzerland's the place to be. If you have the money or if you want to hide your money, come to Switzerland. Actually, my family's supposed to be from the German side in Winterthur. So the way this dungeon works is each floor has the same 7 rooms. So you kind of it's like you're describing a loop. So yes, they are very similar. It's meant to be for the hardcore of the hardcore. A friend of mine told me about Swiss living conditions from how her boyfriend grew up in Switzerland. Holy shit, it's end stage capitalism. Whoa, who would have thought it? Very clever resource saving games. The rest of the game isn't this bad. Like from a repetition point of view. Floor 90. We've got Force Mother again. What's that laser limbo fairy? Every limbo boy and girl. No, that stops you from leaving until you've defeated all the enemies in a room. In Germany, we have robust-ish public healthcare, so that'd be a hard word to know. For a challenge like that, I would like to be a resource managing stuff. Yeah. Well, it is a bit of resource management because you can't necessarily escapade back to the... You can't escapade back. You have to take a teleporter back to town. If you save, you have to do the whole thing again. But we're pretty high level, and that's made it pretty easy. Well, I'll tell you what I know about Switzerland. Nothing. So I'll defer the chat. We got an escape doll. Oh my lord! First time in forever we got an escape doll. It is 10:39 p.m. See how it feels to gaze from the sky as Challenger. You are merely at the entrance. Climb yet higher still. This is it. Ooh, look, Timber, look. Purple. It's different. Different music too. Very appropriate colour scheme on Wear It Purple Day. There you go. See, I guessed it correctly. We're looking at the stars. Let's keep going. Like having a special game system that might break your weapons, so having to find many weapons would be good. For us to be able to use all your type of weapons. Yeah. No, I agree. It's not set up for for a long dungeon to be a different challenge. It's just, do you have enough healing items, or do you have enough spells and stuff? Want to play that Modern Zelda, yeah. Breath of the Wild. Is that overblown? I haven't played Breath of the Wild or anything. Is it like Dark Souls 2 where yes, your weapon might break, but once you get a bit easier, you buy some repair powders and stuff, so it's really not a big deal? and it's just been blown up a bit. I don't know. No? Okay. I haven't played it, but the first one, your weapons definitely always break. Okay, I haven't played it. We'll get there eventually. We'll finally get a Switch just when they announce Switch 2. Like when I bought my DS and they announced the DSi. Oh, okay. Swiss private healthcare is quite good. You don't pay much. You can heal from cancer or bad stuff in normal healthcare. Am I a real hardware type of guy? I try to be, to it, where I can. I've got a capture card. I've got a retro Tink, not the 4X one. I've got an older retro Tink, so I can stream from my Dreamcast, GameCube, Wii, PS3. Like, if I have it, sure. But unfortunately for a lot of it, I don't necessarily have the game either. So I'm not collecting hardware. I would not get away with trying to collect hardware. Gotta buy food. A Mister sounds awesome as well. But it's honestly not bad. I have my problems with that system, but you don't really notice it. You always have plenty of weapons, and the Master Sword doesn't break once you get it. Yeah, so there's a way, you know, after, well, I'm guessing after a long time, and you don't have to worry about it anymore. It needs to be recharged. Okay. You also pay according to the region you're in. Now that's interesting. If your region has heavy equipment like hospitals and stuff, you pay more than if you live in the mountains and don't have as much public health care. Interesting. People don't just lie about where they're from, you know. Gotta head off for the moment, stuff, man. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. Hope you have a great weekend, because that's it for me. I won't be back till next week. And how would they do that if it's all private health? Oh, yeah. I guess you have to give your ID. And it says, you're from this region. You live in the mountains. And we just roll into the end. Now, I have not save stated later. And we've got multiple escape dolls. Should we YOLO it? So whatever final boss this has. My question is more, how would they stop companies from not just doing that? Yeah. One of my fantasies would be to see an RPG maze where enemies are attracted to your mana or TP. So if you think about depleting all your mana before entering, you just walk freely in the maze. Ah! So barbarians and fighters would be all good, but the party wizard would be getting owned. Yeah, that's an interesting way to do it. Stay sharp. Stay frosty, team. Melee fighters being OP again. We have to use torches instead of magic. Yeah, that's a good idea. You have a light spell that you use all the time, and then robots. Yeah, exactly. Cast for the win. In Phantasy Star parlance. Have you ever thought of making a D&D campaign, Mossy? There you go. That was asking the big questions. Yesterday was Skynet Day. Oh, you mean Judgment Day? You did do D&D DM with your friends. Oh, there you go, Mossy. You sound like you got the imagination for it, for sure. 12 years. That's impressive. One of our characters in our D&D campaign is a robot that's piloted by ants. Oh yes, you mentioned that before, Zell. Very creative. Oh, it's been 8 years. Wow, that's a long time. That's another long time. Look at space out there. Oh man. Just kill the enemies for me, would you, Reeve? Thank you, buddy. Because surely at the end of this dungeon, we're not going to just fight another force one. Life change, yeah, for sure. Sadly, that character's not with us anymore since she moved to Munich and we can't regularly play with her anymore. Oh no, the hamster, no! The music's trying to be suitably epic. Alright, 9 floors to go. Developers should be obliged to give you a special ending for 100%. Well, fortunately, I'd love to. I'd love it if they did. This won't be 100% either. Like, but I don't know what 100% would look like in Phantasy Star Zero. We certainly haven't found the pizza shop or the bakery. Which reminds me, after we beat this tower, we have to do just one more quick whip around the wetlands. Just to see if we can find the bakery. It'll take like 15 minutes. I owe peaches. I promised. I was on every recess discussion when we were a kid, yes. What do you get for 100%? Sometimes you get nothing. I discover more of the game. Yes. That's all anybody wants is more if you love the game. Depending on how much percentage of the game you've refinished, that's how much of the ending cinematic you get to watch. It just does it just pauses and does like a VHS tape effect that's like, to continue, go back and finish that other dungeon, you lazy fucker. Go fight a mega weapon. Get out of here. Did you know? If you finish Streets of Rage with only your fist, you could have special ending. Fists of Fury. Oh, you know. Streets of Rage 2, even though I only rented it. And I played as Skates or Blades or whatever he's called, the kid with the rollerblades, because he had rollerblades, that means he was cool. You know, even though I only had it as rental. So, see what you did there. You know, the first time I got to Mr. Big and he's like, join me. I'm like, yeah, I'll join you. Bad end. I think if you get the bad end, you can just continue and redo the last level. Axel all the way? Yeah, I know. As an adult, Axel is way better. But I'm talking about when I was 12. Shiva 2, yeah. Oh, the rumors, the days are gone. The magic's gone. Still to get Streets of Rage 4? Yeah, same here actually. I haven't played 3. I've played 1 and 2. I've beaten 1 and 2. With lots of continues. Yes, not 4. Not 3. I'm Australian. I haven't played the one with the bloody kangaroo. Oh, what the hell? Crikey, whiz. Streets of Rage 1 is one of the only games where I do love all three characters. Very similar yet with their own tweak. Who's the girl? I always play the girl. Blaze? Streets of Rage 2 isn't too bad. Apparently the Japanese version of Streets of Rage 3 is much better. Well, isn't it always the case? They're making a new Streets of Rage, but no news since December's announcement. Yeah, it was Blaze. Okay, cool. Because that announcement was with Jet Set Radio and the other ones, wasn't it? The multi-Sega announcement. There you go. Sorry. Mystical. It is. See, that's Mystical. You got to learn. It's and I even tried to beat SOR2 once with Ellie. Couldn't do it. Well, you're dragging the team down. So let the team down. Oh no. I like that one. It's very chill, that one. The Sonic Team jingle. I love beat 'em ups, but never beat 'em if I don't have unlimited. Oh, for sure. Streets of Rage 3 Japanese is much better. Visually wise, is much more balanced, and the color swaps are done in bad taste in the US version. Oh no. Oh no. I think I know where that's going. What? If we went pushing through this dungeon, I'd load up the Sega Retro and have a look. So I beat the Bucky O'Hare and Asterix Konami beat 'em ups because in MAME I can just put in unlimited quarters. Yes, that's how I beat the Turtles arcade game for sure. Not sure why, but for some reason the game Fur Fighters for the Dreamcast popped into my head. Where does it come from? It is very chill. Oh, that Sonic Team one I recorded it from. I recorded it from Sonic Jam, I think Sonic Adventure also does the Sonic Team jingle that way. Pretty sure I got that one from Sonic Jam. I also tried Turtles in Time on SNES. Guess what I also did most to be, yes. The lock-in at the arcade where I went with my mate and we're both in our 30s. And I won Best T-shirt because I had my threadless multiple video game controllers making a fist shirt. But I got to beat Sonic, which was, a guy in a suit. But that was when I beat the Turtles arcade game because everything was unlimited replays. I get beat 'em ups down perfectly for the first half and shit myself for the second. They start cheating in the second half, I'm sure. It can't be the 2D Sonic games. They're pretty easy. Maybe I'm biased because I've played them so many times. Sonic 1's the hardest, so, Then you get into the Master System ones. Ooh. Try, mate. Can't pick it up. Okay. Watch out, they're tough. Alright, fight them for me. Take care of them for me, team. Thanks. Kai, get in there. Come on, buddy. You know what to do. I tried Sonic 1 so much. Most I got is Starlight Zone, and that was the only time I got past Labyrinth Zone. Yes, that's the one with the water. Yeah, so the reason Sonic 1 is so hard is because it has it doesn't have the features of later Sonic games that make the game easier. Just being able to spin dash makes Sonic so much easier. Level 43, there we go. There's one guy on Twitter who's working on a cheaper Mr. clone. I'll see what people say about that and probably will buy one sometime later, yes. I guess you never know how to beat Sonic 2 or 3 as well? Yeah. So the trick to beating those, Zell, is to be 10 years old and have nothing better to do. No. I mean, if you don't get Super Sonic in 2 and 3, then it's much harder. But if you do get all the Chaos Emeralds and get Super Sonic, every level after that, you just get 50 rings and off you go. You're 7 and you have nothing better to do. Leap year. With the Mister, you can use it to work as a 486-based MS-DOS system. Play all the old DOS games and connect something called MT32 Pi to have genuine Roland MT32 Sport. Ooh. Also have ADHD, so I function in a 6-year-old. Don't we all? Everybody here, come on, there we go. A very smart 6-year-old. Time for ADHD chat. Anytime ADHD chat time. They're cranking up the enemies a bit here. These are very late game enemies. Are you enjoying that gifted child to depressed adult pipeline? Oh, yeah. If you have people with ADHD in chat, it's going to be ADHD chat eventually. How do you know if somebody in chat has ADHD? Don't worry, they'll tell you. I could die on level 1, 2 every time to get like 50 lives by restarting this level. And that was you get probably 200 rings extra life in a monitor. Oh. Five floors to go. 5 floors to go. Overstimulated, too many colours, too much chat. I think one smart way to use a monitor in Sonic is if it were to swap your character for Tails or Knuckles would be an interesting game mechanic. There is a mechanic like that in Sonic Mania. In Mania Plus mode. So yes, there you go, Mossian. Great minds. We can see Space Peaches. There is not that many floors to go. That's the audio sources you're at. Maybe I don't have ADHD then. I can cope with a podcast and video game music, or music and video game music playing at the same time. Although one has to be lower than the other. Not the kitties. Yes, they're big kitties. They're big nasty kitties though, Raymond. Don't stress. The fear turned out to be the gifted self-destructive kid to trans happy adult pipeline. There you go. That's a good pipeline to be on. But any pipeline that doesn't end with you being depressed is probably a better pipeline. We have multiple audio sources, but one of them will inevitably be tuned out if that's the case, yeah. I need to get me some meds. I can't deal with ADHD life. Have you got the diagnosis, Timmy? That's the main thing. you've got the diagnosis, doesn't that mean you can then get the meds? Can't relax anymore and you can't sleep from it. Oh no. That's not good at all. But yeah, well, I mean, as long as you get on the right meds, you're working on it. Oh yeah, I think we talked about this as well. It's always about the right meds. Right meds. Like, I've really gotten used to the idea. Like, as a younger person, I was like taking medicine every day, but you know, with the right combination of meds and therapy, you know, things can be better. So, you know, as long as all the most meds are stimulants, so sleep isn't getting better, except it's to do with not being able to switch off during the day, yes. 5 pills every day for various things, yep. I hope the ladies at the chemist aren't, you know, thinking I'm a bit, not weird, or going a bit too far, because I will go to the chemist and I'll say I'm getting my parenting kit, which is a box of 100 paracetamol and a box of 96 Nurofen, which is ibuprofen. And I said that I'm just getting my parenting kit. Maybe in the 60s people would have recommended a lobotomy. Oh god, crazy to think how many lobotomies they did back then. Yes. And yes, the trick with ADHD is that the stimulants make you less stimulated. So, but I can see what Zell's saying. Like you take stimulants all day, and that does help you focus and everything else. But when it comes time to actually relax, you've still been taking stimulants all day. I would welcome a lobotomy. That must make the 4-hour work much more tolerable. Can you do this to me? Sure. Fill up my calendar. They're probably like the latest diet pill. Get part of your brain removed. Everybody's doing it. You like the cool kids. Get a lobotomy today. That would be an amazing list of side effects from if that was an ad. You know how, like, I don't know if it's universal, but in countries like Australia and America, they list the side effects, but they do it really fast. They'll be like, this made up a suit for more people. And it's like, get a lobotomy. It'll be great. Side effects may include losing half your brain. Funnily enough, for more neurodivergent people are queer, and we don't know why exactly. If I recall correctly, it was roughly 3% neurotypicals and 15 to 20% in neurodivergent peeps in the UK. It's hypothesized that it's probably about not caring so much about societal expectations as a neurodivergent person. Well, this kind of comes down to, I'm not a psychologist, I have issues with the term neurodivergent because the whole idea of, say, for example, ASD, the autism spectrum, is that it's a spectrum. So maybe being ADHD is just another point on that spectrum. So you're not different, you're just not the same as everybody else. That probably doesn't make sense. Like the guy doing it was so passionate, like a salesman. He would offer on the spot while many people even have to go to the hospital. Give me some of your brain. Well, that's the thing. Like, there probably is a lot more. Yeah. Yeah, it is a continuous spectrum. Nobody is the same amount of ADHD. I'm not. Well, as far as I know, I stream video games on Twitch in my 40s. There's probably something happening. But as far as the diagnosis goes, nothing happening there. My daughter is... yeah, what game ever. We both really, really like Hero Quest. What does that say? Oh no, well my daughter's ASD, and they use the term neurodivergent, but I think, how do I say it? Well, I mean, neurodivergent probably covers it. I mean, what they're trying to say is that it's diverged from the typical, but but then what's the typical? I mean, we're all on the spectrum, that's the thing. That's why it's a spectrum. Good results, oh that's good. Well, see, that's awesome. It's exactly when the developmental disorder kicked in. 3-5 was autism, 5-7 was ADHD. And it's also where in the brain the development stopped. Doesn't your brain keep developing till like mid-20s? Like, the thing I have with it, you know, and I've spent too much time looking on the internet and seeing, you know, the thankfully vanishing minority of people that think that vaccines cause autism, for example. And you know, and I'm not an expert on autism either. I'm just the parent, you know, but we go to therapy, we go to OTs, we do stuff like that. But what gets me is that using terms like neurodivergent and stuff, you don't want to otherize people, and also you don't need to cure autism. It's not a disease. There's not an antibiotic for it. It's just how she is. And yeah, so she needs a bit of extra support to be herself. And with ADHD, yeah, there's medications to help, but that's not a cure. That's how you work with how your brain works. Does that make sense? And terms like neurodivergent and different and stuff and calling it a condition, you know, for some people puts in their brain that there's something that needs to be fixed. But it's not. It's just who she is. And I love her. And she's awesome. You know what I mean? That's where the terms like neurodivergent get me. But I know there's medical things behind it, and you know, you'd rather not, you don't want to just call, you know, you don't want to say someone's got the autism or whatever. Late 20s is it, and now it's probably never stops, but most done at 28, yeah. Have you seen that video by H-Bomb where he explains the anti-vaccine movement? Oh, yes, I have seen that one. That is an amazing video. And it's amazing how people can be conspiracy-minded and think, oh, you have to follow the money, look at the money. It's like, yes, the people who are telling you about the fucking conspiracies and their podcast is about conspiracies or their video channels about conspiracies, they make money from telling you about conspiracies. Follow your own money. Yeah, exactly, Raymond. Exactly. So, yeah, he had his own measles vaccination. He had his own measles vaccine coming out, so he wanted to stop the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine. That was the bottom line. So he would not lose money. Yeah, and then they fucking made up the results of and the parents, like the parents of the kids he, you know, said had that issue were like, no, they made up a lot of the results. So it's all based on a lie, unfortunately. Alan Wakefield, that's him. He was married to Elle. That's what blows my mind. Elle Macpherson, as an Australian, was like, oh my god, one of the biggest models in Australia, and this fucker married her. Yeah, I don't know if they're still married. So they were together at some point. No accounting for taste. That's all I'll say. Maybe she cameoed on Friends, but yeah, she was a model. Was her main thing. The Body was her nickname. The Body. That's it. You know. Glad we're past that. We're not treating women like objects anymore. It's a divergent thing. It's just a temporary term to get people to know it's okay to be different. Yeah, exactly. We're all different. There are no two exactly the same people. That's kind of what I'm trying to get at. Sadly, people right now, people need medical proof for it, like with trans stuff, yes. Neurodivergency is right now a disability because disability isn't something internal, it's about society. We're going to recognise that when we know only stairs society is the problem for people in wheelchairs. But if it comes down to mental stuff, it's so difficult for people to comprehend. Mod society is better, it isn't a disability anymore. Exactly. No, Zell, bang on. Bring in the wisdom again. Yeah, if there was ramps everywhere, if everywhere was accessible to people in wheelchairs, you wouldn't need to term it as a disability because they wouldn't have any issues compared to everybody else. If we all had rocket wheelchairs, then, you know, we'd be sorted. Society would be fixed. Wikipedia says that Elle was Alan Wakefield's partner. There you go. I wasn't making that up. It wasn't a fever dream. Thank you, Peaches. Fucking rocket wheelchairs would be amazing. I played wheelchair basketball for a couple of years. And even those wheelchairs that are built to be fast and they have little low slung chairs and stuff. Oh, she played Joe's girlfriend. Oh, okay, cool. Good pickup, Timo. Jeez. If there was a feud, if there was a side to be on in the 90s, I was on the Seinfeld side. I'd watch Friends, but I did not care about it anywhere near as much as I cared about Seinfeld. Neuro different, but I think that is worse. Yes. Like, God, I don't. Neuro spicy. The problem with neurodivergent or neurodifferent or anything like that is that that assumes that there is a fucking typical brain, and I can tell you put 100 people in the fucking same room, ask them the same questions, you will not get the same question, the same answer 100 times. Everybody sees the world differently, thinks differently. It's based on their experiences, it's based on their own brain, it's based on their upbringing, it's based on their friends, it's based on their community, it's based on their societal things. So, you know, to say that somebody on the autism spectrum is that different, that they're neurodivergent, everybody's fucking neurodivergent is what I'm trying to say. The normies can sniff at the Ooh, I smell caliente. Well, let's not start using the term normies either. That doesn't help. We're all the same. We're all exactly. And this is what this is the thing to teach, you know, I'm trying to teach my kids, is that we're all people and people are all different. I watched Friends in French and thought it wasn't bad in its translation. But once I saw it in English, you just couldn't see the dubs anymore. Yeah. If you saw it in the original, like, I watch subs over dubs with anime, but if you said to me, hey, Mr. Cool, do you want to watch Dragon Ball Z in the original Japanese? I'd be like, no, I watched that dubbed and I want to watch it dubbed again. Somehow when people talk about stuff and then you share your own relevant experiences being seen as bad. Exactly. They sound like very rude, neurotypical stuff. Yeah, what's with that? Oh. Level 99. Let's just drop a save state. Just in case. Just in case. Okay. Force Mother again. We've had nothing but Force Mother tonight. God, game. Is there another boss fight on level 101? We've done 99 floors of this thing. Peaches gave us the breakdown earlier. It's 7 rooms per floor. So we have done 700 of those rooms. Thrilling streaming content. Thank you, chat, for keeping things lively while we've gone through this dungeon for sure. Couldn't do it without you. I saw many subs and dubs. Some I generally say it is very good work, but many times original version is the way to go. Yeah, for sure. It all depends on what you're watching. And it's something we've discussed before, but comedy is the hardest thing to translate in the world. So especially if you're watching a comedy, watch it in its, you know, native language. There it is, 2250. Lots of XP. What's the message say on 100? This is where we find out that Peaches hacked the wiki. He knew what I would get to and say, "The sky welcomes you, challenger. Your final glory still awaits. However, you must climb yet still." And once we, just as a default, believe people when they say they need something, then society is almost there. We're so fucking anal about people possibly lying and getting something more out of it than equity. We harm everyone who needs it even more. My mum had endometriosis as a teen, but my grandma sent her to school in debilitated. Oh, because she thought my mum was just faking it. Oh dear, dear, dear. Oh, that's so good. Yes, that's the old school mentality, hey. Like, I'm far from perfect. Sometimes when my kids are sick and they don't have a fever or whatever else, I don't say you're faking it. I say, is there a reason you don't want to go to school today? Are you feeling anxious and stuff like that? Whereas, you know, back in the day, I'd be like, go to school, get nicked. In French, I'll say the dubs of the mask, or Back to the Future, or Aladdin, or Dominion Tank Police. I'd be actually superior to, well, in French, you know, of course they're going to be superior. Oh, here we go. It's another force. It's another mother. Heaven's mother. Right. Jesus. Okay. Hold on, everybody. Kai, where is the attack buff, buddy? Heaven's mother. I'm guessing Heaven's mother just has... Is this all four put together? Blade, shot, and force. They managed to think about translating the dialogues with some added reference in French idioms. They're very clever. There's a few and far between. Yes. Okay, Heaven's Mother is a combo of the three. Okay, where is she? Over there. Same with immigrants, same with queer people, same with every marginalised people, same with everyone else who's just not having it in them to do something or need something. It's okay not being able to help, but actively saying someone is lying or faking it to gain advantage over you is just an asshole move. 100%. Agreed, Zell. Agreed. I should just pin that comment and be like, figure that out, people who are joining the stream. What were they talking about? Yeah, I know. Sometimes it's better that way, Peaches. It's like a bad joke. Yeah, it is. Focus up, team. Oh, I'll do it. I like Heaven's Mother's wings. Let the bodies hit the. I can't do that one. The main issue is the boss keeps fucking running away. I've got a grant. Ah, yes, it is. It is. It's a root of white wing politics. Fear of someone having better than you, but then they sure for many years. Well, the other root of it is pretty bad. Peaches, agreed. The root of it is that people, and it's like what we were talking about before. It's like I'm normal, everybody else is weird. There you go, 3,000. There you go, what a note to end it on. Quest cleared. Yes, good time for this. Good time for this. You have climbed until there is nothing to climb. The eternal tower's peak. May your name live forever. Thank you for the GG, Wassian. We've done it. We've done it. Thanks, Peaches. What did we get for it? We got photon drops. Look at that view. Yes, we'll check it out in a moment. There's the moon. It's not that impressive. We've been to the moon. Escape doll. Oh, there we go. We still have room for more escape dolls. That's good. Didn't have to use one. Didn't have to use a save state. Jeez Louise. Star cloak. Ooh. Oh god, there's so much stuff. Okay, let's use let's use these. Oh, there's nothing to upgrade, okay. Da, 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 da. We did beat the Hindu goddess lady again. Let's take some of these 5-star things with us back with us, shall we? Oh. Ah! What can we get rid of? What should we drop? Oh, do. Okay. That'll give us at least one slot. A Galta. Let's go take that one. 9 of it. 10 of it. 10 of it. No, 11. Starship Troopers doesn't work and they throw them. Exactly. Look at the view, everybody. Look at that. The sun is rising. Yeah, exactly, Timmy. It's bananas. It's really bananas. What's over here? Oh, we can't go that way. Boo. Look, there's a moon with a big scar on it. It's floor 101. We have beaten. Oh, Verhoeven's great. I think we better save. That was floor 101. That was it. We did it. We did it, everybody. What do we get? Got to turn in the quest yet. 20 mono grinders. Okay. Should we take the chance? Should we? One more run through the wetlands. Let's choose members. Let's just take a crew. Yeah, exactly. One more for the road. Let's see if we can find the bakery. Come on, everybody. We can do it. This is it. Send me your power. The cake shop. That's it. Jeez. I keep saying bakery. But if we don't find it this time, Peaches, it's going to have to be a future sub goal. We can't keep playing this fucking wetlands. Yes, exactly, Timmy, exactly. You're bang on. It's fucked up. Well, we can, Peaches. I think the view count will get a bit smaller. the viewer count is going to shrink as we go. You get the card? Where's the card? That's amazing. Didn't even check out the equipment. What are we doing? Featherhand, Grazissa, a la carte is a spear. That's not a bad spear. Look at that sucker. Cake is not a lie. And when we find it, is it not just going to be like 2 bits of dialogue? Is it going to be worth it, Peaches? That's what I want to know. I mean, that quest you get for the compressed PA unit is really good. Oh, that's right. You get a quest from it, don't you? Would have been very helpful a long time ago. Yep. For sure. We really do not need to pick up loot anymore. We just need to... We just need to get through these rooms. God damn it, this is the wrong way to go. We can't Dunning-Kruger our way out of this one, unfortunately. I love the burning snowman. He looks so happy to be burning alive. This is fine, there you go. Always use more Maceta. Always use more money. Ever the Optimist and Harris's campaign can be hopefully it won't get worse. Maybe on the up slightly. Never. Well, it's a dead end, but there's no cake shop. Does anybody want to? Yeah, exactly, Peaches, exactly. It's pretty stark choice. Such awkward form, and yet it skates with ease. Pelcatraz does. Why? I am investigating. Interesting way to phrase it. I think why some people in the military, not most people, but some people want to die for my country. Yeah. Very patriotic. Yeah. Oh, for sure. No, exactly, Raymond, exactly. Well, that's the thing with the US electoral system. It's actually not that many people. Well, I mean, it's still millions of people, but it's not a proper representation. It's not a one-to-one. How do you mean what's in? I mean, they're denying it, but that doesn't, unfortunately, that doesn't mean much. Alright, I think we're out of luck again. I promise I'll spend every waking minute, not on stream, redoing the wetlands. Oh, I like how they're talking trash to the walruses. Come on. Oh, the music changed. I mean, yeah, if it's a hoax, it's a very accurate to their belief hoax. Politics is now a landmine filled with hoaxes from both inside and outside of the countries covering left and right. Well, that's... well, yeah. Oh, Timur, I don't think so. I really don't think so. So many paths to choose from. Well, it won't be bad speeches that decide. It'll be debates and groundwork and what's the word I'm looking for? Campaigning. We're not the target audience. Yeah, exactly. It's a common refrain, and it's like, you won't see the Electoral College disbanded until a Republican wins the popular vote and loses, you know? Then suddenly it'll be a problem. Yeah, exactly. Hillary won the popular vote. It's just the states and how it works in the Electoral College. So, oh yeah, it's the home of democracy is very undemocratic. But then there's some positions in America that are voted for, and I don't know why. It's like, I wouldn't know how to vote for a judge. Or a district attorney. They told us the voting system, they never said, this is how it is, and not why it is, if it's good or bad. Your teacher was probably holding back from a rant. Bernie was a compromise, though. Exactly. Well, that's the thing. From a non-US standpoint, Bernie isn't that left either. But from a US standpoint, he's far left kind of thing, you know what I mean? The Overton window is different per country as well. Yes, exactly. Okay, ooh, golden boxes. Still no cake shop though. Yeah, not where he needs to be, I guess, but unfortunately we won't see much more of, well, what am I saying? Hopefully we do see lots more of Bernie, but I don't think you'll see him running for president again. I know he said Prime Minister. Australian is shining through. He's pretty fit, but he is pretty old. And hopefully they're starting to learn their lessons about... Take it easy, watching. Good to chat. Always good to see you. Yeah. Hopefully they're starting to learn their lesson about the age of their presidential candidates and... no cake shop. Sorry, buddy. Let's just fight Diablo again. Exactly. There's no reason for Harris not to go for a second if she does win. The incumbent advantage. Yeah, they probably... AOC will probably be a similar story to Bernie. Oh, somehow the delegates didn't pick her. What a shock. The president can't be too old or he's unfit to be president. Unless it's Donald Trump, the oldest man to ever run for president. Exactly. Rules for thee, not for me. Honestly, I'll take 50s over 70s. And the good thing about the president is that it is, it's limited. As opposed to a Senate seat where you can still be sitting there in your 90s. At least as president, you got 8 years at max, that's it. There we go. Well, sorry, Peaches, no cake shop. And on that anticlimactic note, is this will leave Phantasy Star Zero now.